The unicorn flashes away, disappearing, with the figure then scowling. God damn it! He turns to look at you all. So, how can I help you?
Victor is in a bit of shock, kind of seeing someone try to kill their newfound friend in front of him, and after a moment recalls, goes, "Hey, listen, not really sure that's how this conversation. You just what? Why did you?" Kind of like pointing where the unicorn was. Why? What are you doing here?
I'm on a little hunt.
Hey, listen, I'm not sure if you know, but that fella you just tried to attack, it's sentient. There's plenty of other creatures about here. You could just done one of them. But that.
And that one has a contract on it. If I return with its horn, I get a lot of gold.
Victor turning to the others. Yeah, I did say that the others are valuable.
Knife twirling, he starts to slowly walk around you all. If you do not mind, I'll be on my way.
Hey, listen, just some advice. One enterprising fellow to another. I heard recently that those unicorn horns they're getting a bit tainted. If you take my meaning.
Like I care.
Yeah, you see, the thing is, you're gonna have to touch the horn, aren't you? In order to claim it, right?
No.
Well, you're gonna have to go near it, at the very least. I mean, it's very bad news. Last person I heard who went after a unicorn horn, they turned into a chicken. It lasted for about 4 months. And then they got eaten by a buggle.
By a buggle?
Yes. Exactly that.
By a little buggle?
It was a very, very small chicken.
Give me... What roll are you trying to make?
Deception, essentially.
With disadvantage.
But I do believe my silver tongue applies to deception, doesn't it? So I don't think I can roll under a 17, basically.
Oh, fair enough. The fuck? Right. I could have been that. He kind of eyes towards the lake.
Hey, listen. We all like chicken, but not many of us want to be one.
Fine. I'll let them know I'm breaking the contracts.
Yes, for the best. We've all got to look out for each other out here, and it'd be a shame to see a fellow traveller run a foul fate just because they didn't know better.
Thank you for the warning. If you don't mind, he sheaves his knives and stalks off towards the forest to the west. And I just lost the token. Oops. Never mind.
Lowering his voice a little bit. I'm surprised that worked, actually.
I mean, that was extremely believable. Is that true? If I touch the horn of a unicorn, I turn into chicken?
No.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah, I was just, well, I mean, didn't really know him, but, didn't want to see him get killed. Aye, anyway, we need to get back to Will.
Yeah. We do have a plan to execute.
Yeah, indeed, and let's just hope. Actually, that
What's your AC, Victor?
my AC. It is 14.
As you were talking, a dagger comes through the trees from the direction that he went in, and just misses you. You just see it at the last second, simply pulling away, and it lands in the sand beside you, before then disappearing. You hear a
Hey!
and rustling.
Victor, on guard, just shouts, "What do you? Hey! Who goes there?"
The rustling dies off.
Can I see who threw the dagger?
Roll me a perception.
Alright, 11.
No. But you did see it come from the same direction as the way that fellow just went.
Hi. You know, it might be a bit paranoid, but I reckon I might just made an enemy.
No, if he tries again, then we'll have to become hostile.
Yeah, let's avoid that if we can. Tell you what, which one of you is the best with your eyes? I mean, I'm so.
Average.
Yeah.
I can give it a go, I guess.
Yeah, I mean not so much now, but I have a feeling that couldn't really get the measure of him, but he seemed like the sort that might hold a grudge, so probably want to just make sure we ain't being followed on the way back.
Yeah.
Might muck things up for us a bit.
We'll keep an eye out.
What do you fellows do now?
Well, I mean, we can't really do much standing about here, so I say we just head back upriver and see what Will's up to.
Agreed.
That Victor sort of starts walking forward and then sort of stops and just thinks, you know what, I'm usually the one to march forward, but considering I might have a target on my back front and everywhere else besides, maybe one of you three might be better leading this time.
I can lead, no problem.
Alright then, lead on, big man.
You make your way through the tree line back towards the other river. You don't have any issues, no incidents, you don't run into anything in particular. And you make your way back up, I assume, towards the crossing where you left Will of the Feywild.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that will have taken the return trip around about an hour. And as you're getting towards the crossing, the sun is setting. Or starting to set.
Do we see Will of the Feywild there?
Yes, you do. As you approach the tee, you see him sat in a tree talking with Annabelle.
Victor recoils briefly, seeing Annabelle, remembering what happened earlier, and shouts up to Will, Hey, Will, we're back. Had a nice long chat with the unicorn.
Ah, excellent. How do things go?
Well, for the most part, a couple of things. First of all, they suggested that if things go south with your plan, if you've got some more of them horns to hand, Actually, they recommended we go to the Wayward Pool instead. They said, actually, you know what? That's kind of bothering me now. Sort of like, did that unicorn sound male or female to you? Couldn't really tell. Am I the only one wondering that?
You're the only one wondering that.
Okay,
the only thing I'm wondering is how did that assassin make it towards the pool? Towards the magic around.
I was getting to that, but you raise a fair point, big man. Yeah, when we were on the way back from the unicorn, some shadowy fella tried to attack it. Don't reckon they succeeded, but tried to spin him a story that unicorn horns are cursed, and thought they believed us, and then a couple of daggers came out the forest, so not really sure what's going on there. We asked Shining Man here to look out on the way back, make sure we weren't followed or nothing like that. But yeah, that was a bit of an altercation. Oh, and also the unicorn said to be patient. Not sure if that means anything to you.
Yes. He's always telling me to be patient.
Yeah, he said that you are impulsive and you need to be patient.
Well, you gotta have a little bit of excitement.
He also stated that if you were being chased, that you could go towards the Wayward Pool, and then you would be safe there.
Yeah, you need more of them horns to get past the illusion, I think they also said. But
we'll get more sorted. But it's good to know that she supports us and our cause. Annabelle, are you gonna get some more horns? She nods, stirs a dagger at Victor,
hey,
and then turns to a bird and flutters away into the forest.
Honestly, I was thinking about it. Even though Lil Oak can punch things if it's get too close, I imagine it's probably the first place they're gonna look for you. If this all goes well, so maybe heading to the Wayward Pool might not be a bad idea in general to lie low for a while.
No, don't worry. Little Oak's already moved.
Oh, fair enough.
To where?
He smiles.
That's actually a good point, because we're all supposed to escape to Lil Oak, so we kind of need to know where it's going to go. Or where it
All you
could.
gotta do is follow me. You'll be fine.
Yeah, the thing is, you said you like to improvise. If you end up, staying for an encore, or, taking an early retirement from the stage, basically, if we get separated from you, we haven't really got a cat's chance now. I mean, could you not, I don't know, give us a map or some sort of clue as to where it is, just in case things go south? I mean, this is it. If we know, the more we know, the more you've got flexibility to improvise, and we're able to adapt to you.
He nods, puts his hand on his chin. I'll be fine.
If we get separated, it might be best to meet in the Wayward Pool.
See, he's got a good idea.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was the one saying that we should probably go there in the first place. So, I suppose we're kind of just roundabout way to saying the same thing. So, I reckon we've probably deliberated enough, so yeah, suppose we need to go show road. Actually, there's one problem. Pix wandered off. She was.
Do you have a way to call her back?
Not easily, no. Pix, when she gets distracted by something, is a bit of a law unto herself, so yeah, she might be back in a few minutes, she might be back in a few days. It really can depend with her. So we might need to adjust our plans a little bit slightly. Miko, as I recall, I don't reckon we ever decided where you were going to fit into the plan. I mean, I'd say that you might be a good idea to go with Pix, but I suppose we need someone else to go into place now.
I was going to free the children.
You know
I
what?
prefer it to fighting.
Yeah, I understand that, Miko. Hey, big man. We were talking about you impersonating one of them tin soldiers, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you pretend to, I don't know, be a guard escorting Miko to the kids, and you can kind of figure out something from there. I mean, you're good with animals. I mean, maybe there's a few going around Loomlich. Maybe you could get some of them to make a distraction for you, or to help you out somehow.
Could be. But are you sure that you are able to speak with Scabata?
Well, I mean, Shiny Man will be with me, I presume.
Because I could also escort you to her, saying that you have a meeting.
I mean,
go with Nico then if it's needed.
Yeah, because we're just basically saying that we're there to buy sweets, right?
Yeah, and getting maybe additional information about the items that are mine and Miko's.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we obviously have for more than the pretense of ours. I mean, that's why I wanted to ask a little bit more about, well, where Scabatha actually keeps the things. So, need to get to a bedroom. Actually, Will, do you happen to know where Scabatha's main house is?
I mean, it is Loomlich.
Well, I mean, specifically where a bedroom's located. Don't get any wrong ideas. Not what I meant.
Right. You do you. And it is towards the far end of the tree, away from the entrance.
Right, okay. So, is that going to be how near to the parlor? Is that just trying to...
More or less the opposite side.
Ah, right, so where you're going to be doing a distraction then?
At the pumpkin patch still?
Yeah, you said you were going to do a distraction up that end because you're going to be entering the textile mill, right? So, Scabatha's going to come that way.
Well, the pumpkin patch isn't all the way to the end. Just there was a north or middle bit.
Yeah. So I suppose really that what that's going to mean is we're going to have to book it. Assuming that Scabatha wants to meet in the parlor, which is towards the bottom end of Loomlich. So I don't suppose it really matters which one of us is going to go that way. We're going to all be about as far away from that place as each other. But might have to improvise a little bit.
I think with the limited information we have on the plan, we have to.
Yeah. That's it's unfortunate about picks, but not really much we can do about it right now. So yeah, I suppose we're ready to start when you there, Willy boy. Too personal?
Okay then. Whatever you say.
I was trying to build rapport, but you know, you just do the thing that you're going to do.
Will do. Give us a signal.
I'm going to do it anyway.
What is the signal going to be? When you're good.
You know what? I'm actually thinking about it. Victor gives him a middle finger.
He holds up a middle finger towards you as well.
Yeah.
And nods his head.
Yeah, we learned that apparently this is a sign to show support to unicorns, so, you know, kind of feels appropriate.
Okay, so how am I going to hear that?
Oh, well, I mean, I thought you meant a hand signal. Should have been more specific. I don't know, gang. Do you have any ideas on an auditory signal?
Wait, I tell you what. I will move closer in, and I'll be near one of the windows to the parlor. Make that signal towards one of the windows, and I will run off, and I'll sort out these scarecrows.
Right, so basically I need to just hold my middle finger up to windows somewhere in the direction of the textile mill, and you'll see it.
More or less, yeah. Maybe. I'll wait outside instead. I won't go inside.
Right. Okay.
See,
Well,
this is how you live by the seat of your pants.
This is how you get killed horribly while you laugh at our demise. But
I've not died yet.
yeah, but you know,
I've done tens of these raids.
okay, listen, there, Will. We're just going to head in, and I suppose really, I don't know, maybe give it about 20, 30 minutes. I mean, we're gonna have to have a little bit of time to find Scabifer, you know, kind of get through the entrance, do the meet and greet. You know how these functions tend to go. So probably by the time we've done with all that preamble, it'll be about time for you to do your big entrance.
Sounds good. With that, he turns and starts walking towards the river. By the way, did you bring anything to cross with?
No.
Annabelle! A bird flutters over and changes back into Annabelle. Could you... He rummages around on his waist and starts pulling out a rope from a small pouch. Could you take this and go over there and tie it to something? She nods. She turns to a crocodile, grabs it, and starts swimming across the river. Tying the rope off to the other side, it keeps going and going and going and going and going and going. And eventually, Will ties it off to another tree on your end. Okay, just climb across and we'll be good. With that, he kind of shimmies along the rope.
Yeah, well, small problem with that. I am big.
Big man's big, yeah.
If you're big, I'm sure you can walk.
Walk on the rope.
The water! He shimmies across and gets down the other side.
Okay.
Come on, slowpokes.
Alright. Guess we're doing this.
Alright. I'm going to try and walk through the river.
Give me athletics with advantage.
Advantage. Thank God for advantage. 18.
Oh my.
You start walking into the water. You feel your feet start to slip underfoot as the water pushes against you, but you manage to right yourself and slowly walk across the bottom of the river, coming up the other side.
You have to believe in yourself, Victor.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, after spending time with you a lot, that's becoming harder to do. Alright, here goes nothing. And Victor attempts to cross also.
As you jump on the rope and start to shimmy across, you hear a faint, "Make it quick, you weigh a lot."
What now?
No further response.
Okay. So Victor's just gonna continue trying to cross.
I say you make it north issue, and the others follow along.
Yep.
Yep. You each make it across without any issue whatsoever. With that, Annabelle flutters over, undoes the rope, and Will pulls it back in, putting it back into his pouch. And you make your way upriver towards Loomlurch.
Did
The forest... Go ahead, sorry.
Did we find any traces of the assassin on our way to the meeting point and from meeting points to Loomlurch?
Roll me Investigation, survival, or perception. Sergio was going to be the one that was looking out, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So it'll be Sergio that makes the roll.
Okay, thank God, because I have no modifiers.
Nah. You see a footprint at one point heading towards the opposite direction that you came from. That's about it.
Alright.
Now, the forest is at its darkest here. Up ahead, a colossal dead oak lies on its side. 3 living trees grow naturally out of its fallen remains. Their shapes resemble towers, with candlelit windows twinkling in the gloom and wooden balconies encircling gnarled branches. On one side of the fallen tree, firelight spills from a pair of quaint storefront windows, illuminating a clearing filled with merchant stalls. And that's where we'll end off the session.
Okay, very good. So, thank you very much everyone here for watching, and we shall speak to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Well,